Hey there! It's me, Dalen of Vida Frills, and I know I have a new channel, so what? And, I wanted to post a video, and my plan is that I want to do more kind of vlogs and vlog things for the blog, and even though I'm not in Lolita, but I got some princess bow bling, I thought I would update regardless anyway to let you know about my frilly life. But the real reason why I'm making this video is to review something that I saw last night that I thought those of you in the frills would be interested in knowing about. I saw the Andrew Lloyd Webber new musical, well, newish, the most recent he's done, Love Never Dies, which is the sequel to the everyone's favorite melancholy love story, Phantom of the Opera. So it's no secret if you've read my blog before that I'm a huge Phantom of the Opera fan. Like I'm a fan, you know. I really love Phantom of the Opera. I've loved Phantom of the Opera since I was 7. And I definitely have to say that it's a big part of my frilly lifestyle to love Phantom of the Opera. So because of that, I thought, well, of course I should see Love Never Dies. Now, if you know anything about Love Never Dies, it is a hot mess. The basic plot is that the Phantom has decided to escape Paris after the whole shenanigans of the first one and go with Madame Giry and Meg to New York. I guess they supposedly smuggled him out and take him to Coney Island, which, guess what? It's where all the freaks live, because he's a freak, because he's misunderstood. Ooh. So they take him to Coney Island, where he, of course, uses his genius-like powers and becomes a big entertainment tycoon of New York. And he creates something called a phantasm, which you can totally tell it's him because he's the Phantom and a phantasm, and you get it. But eventually he mysteriously lures Christine back to him by inviting her to sing, but she doesn't know it's him, and there's a lot of back and forth. But I could go into a huge length about the entire story, and then you would be like, why am I watching this? Well, if you'd rather know the entire plot of the show, I recommend checking the link down below for my favorite reviewer on the internet, the Phantom Reviewer, and his hilarious 4-part review of Love Never Dies, the original version. Not the version I saw, which is the Melbourne Australian version. He saw the original version in England, the first one, before they changed the order of the songs and took out some things. But here are my thoughts. The good. Costumes? Honey, they were amazing! They were so good all the time. Love them. There's nothing wrong with the costumes. There's nothing wrong with the sets, really, either. They're a little crazy, but that's the point of the show. So, I love the sets. I thought they were stunning. Also, as you guys might know, I am a graduate of film school, so I'm really into the camera techniques that they used in this, and I swear to God, though this show, I'm very questionable about the show, the filming of this show is perfect. It's perfect. They filmed it in CinemaScope, which I thought is really cool, since I don't think that things haven't been filmed in CinemaScope in a really long time from my understanding, and I really honestly hope that future filmmakers that want to do filmed versions of Broadway shows do this, because it was like watching the movie version. There didn't have to be a movie version of this show, because that is what Broadway shows, when they are put on film, should look like. And honestly, I wish that they had done that in the first place with Phantom of the Opera rather than making the Gerard Butler movie, which I don't like. I really feel that this is perfect, and I honestly really hope that if for some reason they're ever going to do a 50th or something anniversary concert of Phantom, even though the 25th anniversary show don't get me wrong, was perfect. If they're ever going to do another filming of Phantom of the Opera on stage, I really hope they do it like this, because this is exactly what I want all Broadway shows to look like on film. This is so... Oh, it was so perfect. There are only 4 good songs. The songs that I really liked were Till I Hear You Sing. That's the best song in the entire show. Best song. Because lyrically, it sounds better than everything else in the show, in my humble opinion. The Beady Underneath. Love the rock underscore, because that totally hints to the weirdness of the original title song from the first show being kind of out of place with everything else, and it had that similar vibe. Oh, I don't remember the name of the song, but I think it was called See with Your Heart, Not Your Eyes. Very Disney-esque, but it was cute, so I like that song. And I also like the title song, Love Never Dies, is very pretty. But watch the Phantom Reviewer's review, because I totally agree with him how Andrew Lloyd Webber, like, rehashed that melody, like, note for note from another song, and it's confusing. Another good note, actors in this version. Perfect. They did as good as they could with this material, which is awful material. But they did as good as they could, and I really give props to the guy that played the Phantom. His name is here, because I can't remember it, but he was really good. Because I didn't think I was going to like him at first, but he's cute, he's creepy, and he's good. Though I do agree with a lot of fans that they've said his eyes are really crazy, which they are. And his pronunciation of some of the sentences is really crazy, but I think that's more of a direction thing and not him. And the girl played Christine. Oh my god, her voice is the best Christine I've ever heard. And I love Sierra Boggess. I'm not a big Sarah Brightman fan, but I love Sierra Boggess, and I thought I wasn't gonna like hearing a new girl at all, especially because her Aussie accent is strong, and I thought it was gonna very much appear in her singing voice, but it didn't. She sounded amazing, and her notes were so good. Oh, and my other favorite person was the little kid who played Gustav. His notes were insane. I'm pretty sure some of his notes were auto-tuned, but for the most part, he was great. He was awesome. So, go kid that played Gustav. But that's all the good stuff. Let's get on to the bad. First off, Bathing Beauties is one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. To know that Andrew Lloyd Webber was involved in that is terrible. Second of all, there was a short kind of like behind the scenes interview they showed before the show. Andrew Lloyd Webber, your ego has gone up the wazoo. Oh my god. Your ego is insane. I couldn't. He at one point was like, well, this is my most complex score. Honey, really? I don't think it is. I really don't think you repeating like the same melodies, and not the good ones, the same, and thinking that it's a smart idea to reprise Bathing Beauties not once, but twice? Please. So yeah, he's got some explaining to do when he thinks this is good. Cause it, like, I get it. I get that the Phantom of the Opera is this personal story to him. Okay? It's obvious. It's his big, vessel of feeling like he's living this romantic story, because of Sarah Brightman dumping his ass and all that. I understand. Okay, I get it. But, like, to say this is your most complex work, please. Someone has been wanting their musical mojo back. It's not coming back. The song Underneath the Moonless Sky is awful. The writing is terrible. And if you want, there's no need to have a song that literally says, we shagged a lot. I'm using the word shag instead of the word that I would normally use, but I'm using that. Sorry. But yes, you shouldn't have a song just simply literally describing how you kissed and touched someone like that. You are Andrew Lloyd Webber. You can get a much better lyricist to describe the emotions going on with these characters that a fan base has loved forever. We're not that dumb. But the thing that becomes painfully clearly obvious to me through listening to this is how much this was made for people that love the 2004 movie and didn't care about anything else within Phantom of the Opera and were like, oh, this story is so amazing. It's not. The story is not amazing. There are parts that are cool about it, but it's not amazing. No. So, to summarize, there are things that I need gifts of from this show. I want the DVD now so I can make gifts. And the show is written lyrically like a 12-year-old girl wrote it. It's a fan fiction on stage. So if you're okay with that, you're probably going to love it. If you don't like that, you're going to hate it. So I am very happy I saw it and can say that I saw it. But I probably wouldn't press rewind, watch it again, and fully enjoy it. Instead, I would like to critique it further and to tell you on a psychological standpoint why it makes no sense, especially the ending, which I'm not going to spoil. But there's a lot of things that are messed up about this show. There are a lot of things that are cool about the show, but this show is not perfect. So that's my stance on it. If you are interested in seeing Love Never Dies, it will be screening one more time on the big screen on March 7th. You can order the tickets on fathomevents.com. And I believe you can pre-order the DVD on Amazon, I believe. If not, it'll be available soon. So I recommend, again, if you're a Phantom fan and you're interested in seeing it, then see it. But I don't think it's necessary. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a vlog from me on my thoughts on Love Never Dies. And I hope to be making more little reviews like this that are casual and fun. And hopefully are shorter than 20 minutes. And thanks a lot, guys. Adore you to pieces and hope you enjoyed my rambling.